Hello and welcome to Baseplate Reviews. Today I thought I'd give you a quick look at my Lego room / studio, just to show you what I'm working with and an introduction to my proto city. It definitely isn't a true city as it stands now. There's a lot of sets that need to be rebuilt after I moved from the UK to Canada, but that means that you can be in on the city design from basically the start. Anyway, that's enough of an introduction. I'll let you watch the video for real now. Right, let's take a look around the Lego studio, see what's going on, see what's in there, and see what projects need doing. And as you can see, it is not looking its best at the moment, by any means. We've got the Lego city, more of a Lego street on the table there. Then my desk set up, and then where I record the videos just there. But in general, we are looking at a fair old mess at the moment. So I think the first thing we're going to do is just have a bit of a clean up. So see you in a few minutes. Okay, so that's the room looking a bit better than it was. We've cleared up all of the cardboard that was just sat around, cleaned up most of what was underneath the Lego tables, and actually moved a load of that over to the side here, which is the current storage solutions that we've got at the moment. That definitely needs to sit on its own table, but previously I'd have had these sections just here sat up on the build table, the reviews table. But obviously now that we're doing the reviews, etc., I don't really want those as the background. So I might have to get a table for those to sit on and have a separate build area for building mocks, etc. Do actually have a couple of IKEA tables just sat here, but they are not built just because I haven't got the legs for them at the moment. The plan is that they will move over to the Lego City, which is currently 4 of the Lag Captain IKEA tables. We'll turn that into a 6 table layout. So we might have to get some extra tables or an extra table for the storage solutions. It's useful to be able to pick parts out whilst you're doing a build rather than having to go back and forth. We've also got a couple of shelves just down here that are ready to be built. They're pretty shallow, so they're probably not going to be used to display bigger sets, just some of the smaller ones. And there you can see the vacuum that I used just to keep the city, etc. clean. Over to the side, we've got my desk layout, which has the desktop computer just down there, and that's where I do all the editing. Got my mic just there, and some of the camera stuff. Camera bag is just down there, always useful to have that, and some extra pieces, mics and things. And then we have the tripod that this would normally be sat on to do reviews or some stop motion speed builds. Under here we'll take a look in a minute, but these are some of the things that we've got ready to be built, reviewed, etc., mocked up. The most important thing, I suppose, is the Lego City. So just above that we have the window shelf, which used to display a few things. We've got the A-frame cabin just there, which I think is just one of the best sets of the last couple of years for definite. We've actually got the Eternals Marvel movie, Rise of Domo, the ship, just there. Although I like to rag on Disney and Marvel a little bit, I actually think that's a slightly underrated movie. Set's maybe not amazing, but it's pretty good. And then we've got some of the Speed Champions cars. So we've got the 2-pack Formula 1. Is that the Mercedes ones, yeah, and then we've got an Audi Quattro just there, plus the tumbler from a couple of years back, which I think is an absolutely fantastic set. Probably better than the bigger tumbler for my money. There we've got some of the sets that we've recently reviewed. The Alpine Lodge, just sat up on one of the IKEA Lego boxes, and that also has one of the gifts we purchased just sat there. They are just sat there, they're not really part of the city. We've also got the Friends Community Kitchen and the Friends Community Centre just there, plus the Art School set, which I've built but not put any stickers on because the plan is that we're going to use those parts to mock something else up. Other than that, the Lego City, which like I said before is more of a Lego street than a city. The first thing you'll see is, we've got the street just down there, the 3 modulars. The Sanctum Sanctorum doesn't officially count as a modular, but it definitely is a modular, and that's the corner building just to the side there. We've got the Downtown Diner the other side, which isn't a corner building but works just fine as a corner building for now. And in between we have the modular police station with a tiny modification. We've got a bat signal sat on the top, which I think is definitely appropriate. That is for my money, that is just about the best modular that there is. I think it's absolutely fantastic. On the other side of the street, actually have a mocked up convenience store or small supermarket. We are going to turn the streets around. So instead of facing head on, they will instead be turned to the side so we can get a better view of everything. And then just down at the front here we have a park. Like I say, because we've got the 2 tables over there, this will actually end up being more in the middle of the city, and it is a very rough mock-up at the moment. We've got an entrance and a little mocked up water feature with some nice tiles around it, and then some trees. Just got a very simple technique for building the wall and the frame around it, and you will see that everything is sat on Mills plates. So that is just for the sturdiness when it comes to moving them, and that all leads up to the 2 botanical gardens, the Friends sets, which have been added together to create a full dome instead of just the half dome effect you get with one set. And behind that we have my little Lego river, which has the all-important otters in it. I'm quite pleased with that, but definitely need a bit more work. And then beyond that, just have a small construction site, because the city very much is under construction. We've got Privet Drive just sat here. That is not really part of the city, it's just sat there for the moment. And we've got another plate just sat to the side as well, that I previously made up, but I'm not sure what to do with that. And then we have a load of vehicles which at the moment have no place to go in the city because we only have effectively 3 road plates, which is nowhere near enough. Like I say, once we add those extra tables at the front, it will become a 6 table city, and there's room for more expansion. At the back there we have Ninjago City Gardens, which obviously is a big fan favourite and a really great set. Doesn't quite fit with the rest of the city as it stands, but got some plans for that in the future. Then we have the Ice Festival Lunar New Year set. Actually, I'll have another one of those just sat in the pile down there, which is that red box. We're going to take that out and use it as a part set effectively, and that will mean that we can build a kind of more wintry section along with some of the Winter Village collection sets. Although this isn't sat on a base plate, Mills plate just down here, that is literally just sat there for the moment. You will also see we have part of the Spring Lantern Festival set just to the side there. We actually have the other half base plate just down there, but it hasn't been rebuilt since coming across from the UK. There's some missing parts. That is the nature of shipping your Lego nearly halfway around the world. Underneath here you'll see we have a box with some train tracks which are already partly ballasted, and these are the plates that they will sit on. At the moment there is not much point in putting that all up here because we just do not have the space as it stands. And you will actually see just down to the side we have some of my trains, etc. And also a Lego Old Trafford. This needs to be shown somewhere, but I don't think it will be within the Lego room. I need to get some kind of casing or something with some lighting so you can keep dust away from it and show it off to its best. And you might not believe it, but in this bag we actually have a full assembly square ready to be rebuilt. So that will end up making its way to the city, or potentially make it as a rebrickable model, something like that. Finally, we come over to the build table, the review table. In here we have the Winter Village gingerbread house. I think I will save that for next year now. Behind it is a small set that I'm going to review in the next week. Probably one that most people have not seen. It's a bit of a rare one. And then my next video, I'm just going to do a quick short comparing the two horse and carriage sets, the Hogwarts Thestrals and the Wintertime carriage ride just there. So that was just a quick look around the Lego studio. Hope you enjoyed it, seeing what I'm working with here. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Bye bye.